The whole top of his head caught fire right in front of my eyes, and I couldn't do anything about it. I couldn't get to him on time. But Nico, Marlon Brando's son, was able to push away the barricades and jump on him and put out the fire with his bare hands.
He will have nursing and medical personnel on call 24 hours a day. Due to his very excellent health and his very strong personal and religious commitments, he will have as excellent a recovery as is possible.
Michael was rushed to the hospital, where he was treated for second and third degree burns. He later underwent skin graft surgery in an attempt to repair the damage. But as we noted, as severe as this incident was, it was completely ignored by Bashir.
You done nothing to your cheeks?
No. These cheek bumps?
Yeah.
No.
You haven't had any inserts?
No. My father got...
What about your dimple?
Can we get on this plastic surgery garbage? This is tabloid stuff.
Well...
You're beyond this.
I know.
You're a respected
journalist. I know. The problem is...
You're getting tabloid.
When we return, we'll take another look at some of the answers that were never heard.
They call me weird overnight, strange, wacko. You know, they said I'm a girl, homosexual. He wants to buy the elephant man bones. He sleeps in a hyperbaric chamber. None of that stuff is true.
And some of the differences in opinion.
So you're happy you did it now?
Yeah, because I've shared...
Even though you've been attacked, even though people in America say you shouldn't look after your own children?
Yeah, but a lot of people said, leave him alone. Shut the hell up. A lot of people.
All caught on Michael Jackson's own camera. When we return to the Michael Jackson interview, the footage you were never meant to see.
One of the basic qualities of respected journalism is objectivity. Now, as you may have heard in several recent news stories, one of Michael Jackson's prime complaints about the reporting featured in Martin Bashir's documentary and subsequent interviews with the press was his lack of objectivity. As we've already seen, some of Mr. Bashir's comments that made the air appear to be quite different than opinions he expressed in Jackson's behind-the-scenes footage. About Michael's ranch, Mr. Bashir's on-air comment was, "One of the most disturbing things is the fact that a lot of disadvantaged children go to Neverland. It's a dangerous place for a vulnerable child to be." But what he said behind the scenes was this.
I was here yesterday and I saw it, and it's nothing short of a spiritually kind thing.
This comment about Michael's method of raising children was included on Bashir's special. They are restricted. They are overly protected. I was angry at the way his children were made to suffer. But this was not.
Your relationship with your children is spectacular. And in fact, it almost makes me weep when I see you with them.
Another of Jackson's complaints about the documentary is the non-inclusion of certain statements that he feels are pertinent to objective reporting. Like when Bashir devoted almost 8 minutes to the abuse by Michael's father?
You remember when you said to me that you just wanted to run away from your father?
I hid. I used to hide.
But did not include this short and revealing comment.
He hurt me with love, but he's a genius. The man is a genius.
On Michael's taking his children to the zoo, Bashir says it was no kind of trip for two young children, and everyone could see it, but Jackson himself. But what you don't hear is Michael's response.
I go to the zoo all the time. I go usually when they close it down. And they told us this would be closed down.
And as far as probing for the truth about Michael's changing appearance, the subject of vitiligo was virtually ignored. And the severe burns? and reconstructive surgery were never mentioned at all.
Can we get on this plastic surgery garbage? This is tabloid stuff. Well, you're beyond this.
Regardless of whether you feel that Michael Jackson is correct in his assertion that Martin Bashir's documentary was not a true representation of the interviews that actually took place, there is one question that many people share. How could Michael Jackson, a 44-year-old man who has spent most of his life in the spotlight, have allowed himself to open up to a virtual stranger? This footage from Michael's camera may give you a better understanding.
That was great. Thank you. That was really, really special.
It seems to me that through history, people, they really want to make someone big, and they want to be, oh, this person is so talented, and we've got to make them godlike, and they have to be perfect. And then as soon as they're there, they get more joy in tearing someone down.
Eventually, when you talk and you say it like it really is, you just light up. That's what. It's about bringing out what you're about.
That whole special was it was just an attempt to tear him apart, and he trusted Martin Bashir. They took this thing back to the studio, and they took a lot of things out, and the way this thing was narrated, it was just not fair.
Why have you and I spent the last never hearing that? Why have I never?
You tell me. I'm always continuously.
They want to make you out to be crazy.
And then slowly he started bringing his own opinion into the picture. As a reporter, as a news, I like to see the truth, then I'll decide what my take would be on it.
Aren't I being honest, Turco? You know me long enough.
Yeah.
I'm being completely
No, it's not just you though. You can see that.
Bashirs will come and go. You know? Michael will live forever. In everybody's hearts.
Why? Just spoken to him and allowed him to speak.
If indeed this video, whatever it was that was shot, is supposed to be about Michael, then it will show him as a caring, loving, understanding father, person, human being. Because that's what he is.
No matter what you may feel about what you've seen on this program, it's hard to deny that Michael Jackson is a complex and controversial subject who elicits a passionate response from virtually everyone who comes in contact with him, whether through his music or his private life. In the past 2 hours, our only goal has been to present an objective view of events, showing them as they actually occurred and allowing you to draw your own conclusion. But we do feel it's appropriate to leave you with one more piece of information. Mr. Bashir is quoted as saying, "Michael Jackson is a marvelous father to his own children, and I never saw anything that would qualify as a criminal activity." This comes from an interview dated just a few days ago. Thanks for joining us, everyone. I'm Maury Povich. Good night.
Do you sometimes despair of human nature?
Yes. Yes, of course.
I mean, can you ever do anything that's right?
No. No matter what you do, there's always somebody that will say something about it. They're opinionated, you know? No matter what you do. No matter how good your intentions are, there's always some jerk, some mean-spirited person to try to bring you down. And all you wanted to do is bring some love and some joy, and, that's all.